It works. It works well. So, believe this or not, I get stressed. I know, you just think I'm just sitting around like Lebowski, just all stoned and everything, going, oh, life is easy. No. Actually, I feel the anxiety, the fear, the tension. The what? So yesterday was one of those days. Just never seemed to stop. And finally I got home, threw in a copy of Borderlands. And you start playing this game where all I'm doing is doing small things for people, and that mainly involves shooting people or strange skag things that are running around on the ground. And it became immediately apparent that's exactly what I wanted to be doing. I felt better. I was able to focus on something, and I was able to make modest achievements that seemed to actually benefit me in its role-playing game type of way. And I thought, well, this is what people would call grinding. Except whenever we say grinding, it's such a pejorative term, and in this case, it was making me very, very, very happy. And then I thought of other things that involve grinding, like To Human back there, another game that by no means perfect, did do a few things and just allowed this kind of perpetual just falling into just doing this wonderful action that was so deeply, deeply satisfying. And I was thinking, grinding, not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily the hallmark of the best designed games on the planet, but it really seems to serve some type of purpose, something that is nurturing for those that are playing it. And of course, the one that you really have to take into consideration for a lot of this is World of Warcraft. The greatest grind fest that 10, 20, 50, a billion people are playing at any given moment. And it's just going over to someone and going bonk on the head and bonk on the head, and sometimes you're doing it with some friends. I think these games have a very, very, very strong place, obviously, because of, at least for some of them, their popularity. And going all the way back to Diablo 2, it really is that sense of achievement that after long, hard days, or, my God, that amazing sense of insecurity I think that most people in this country seem to be suffering from, and for absolutely good reason, that it's nice to put yourself into a space where all those things that you don't know if you can actually accomplish during the day, you can find some sort of equanimity with the stuff in the game, and you can make it happen. It works. It works well. And now with the advent of co-op, or when you're playing World of Warcraft, when you're playing Borderlands, it's almost like saying to your coworkers, hey guys, do you all want to get together? Let's see if we can do this right. And then you do. And then you feel better. I don't know if it's necessarily a sad statement about the way people feel right now, or at least the way that I feel right now. But I think it speaks like the games have ways of resonating with us that's outside of those artistic ways that, say, I was rewarding Uncharted 2 or Brutal Legend with. That sometimes they just speak to something very, very fundamental. And that these games, they resonate in such a way with just making yourself feel a little bit better and just have that basically satisfying gameplay, that they are games that I will find myself returning to more frequently than even those games I think really are at the apex of game design. I know it sounds crazy, but I don't think I'm alone in saying that. It reminds me of a book I had to read back in college. It was Richard Dawkins, one of his original ones, The Selfish Gene. And this is the beginning of the sense that where Darwin might have been slightly wrong is when he said survival of the fittest, he was off. Because you didn't have to be the best to survive in the natural world. It's really survival of the adequate. That just to do enough to get through your species evolution, or I think in our case, just getting through the day, is a reason to sit back and feel a little accomplished. Also, I don't know if all of you guys know, Feedback, which is this awesome podcast that we have weekly on G4TV.com. I'm hosting it, and there's many brilliant minds that come, and we talk like adults most of the time about video games. You can always see that up on the site on Thursdays. I encourage you to watch it, and if I find out you're not, well,